everybody. Sarah.
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi. How's it
Let's see.
going?
Doing all right. How you doing?
Pretty good.
So we're recording this, and let me make sure I have it right. This is a Sarah Silvis. Is that how you pronounce your name? What department do you work in?
HR. That's
HR.
how you say
Okay.
it. Yeah, Silvis, not silver or saliva or Sylvia. Yeah, it's Silvis.
Well, very good. Very
Got
good. Eric and I want to congratulate you for being nominated for Employee of the Quarter.
Yeah.
So this is an important next step in the Employee of the Quarter process, Sarah, and we want to make sure you're ready.
Okay.
Are you ready to accept being named Employee of the Quarter?
Oh.
That's what we're doing. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, it is awesome because this is something that is nominated by your coworkers, your fellow folks in HR in this case, and then is selected by other employees. The folks who were employees of the quarter last year select the ones this year. So it is truly coming from your peers, your friends around you that work with you every day, that see what you do and who you are. And they said, this is somebody we've got to recognize. And one of the things we try to look at when we examine it is how they exemplify the core values that we work on as a team, which is excellence, innovation, teamwork, integrity, and being action oriented. And the word that was chosen for you by your colleagues was integrity. So I think that's really speaks a lot to you. And again, they see you every day. They worked with you for years, and they know the kind of things you do and the type of person you are. So big congratulations.
Well, yeah, thank you.
So
That's
congratulations.
great. Yeah, thank you.
And I think Kevin might want to touch on some things. We're going to get a little bit of more information for you so that we can share it with the rest of our team.
Okay.
And of course, working with you over these last 4 years, for me, I know that you winning for integrity is phenomenal. I think that's excellent. It's excellent. So now I go back to acting like I don't know who you are again. Sarah, please tell us how many years you've worked for this city, and then walk us through the different roles you've had at the city.
Oh, okay. So I was hired part-time in August of 2005.
Wow.
And went full-time that year in December. When I started, I was a part-time secretary. And then when I came on full-time, I believe it was an administrative assistant. Then I went on to, risk management technician, in between risk managers, and then risk manager, and then risk and benefits manager.
Wow.
So I kind of absorbed benefits somewhere along the way.
pretty amazing to go from a part-time team member all the way through those different roles, and you know what you do literally touches the lives of everyone who works for the city every day, and their families too. So it's pretty important. And then of course all the risk management and things we do to keep our people safe and well, and so they get home safe to their families again. It's got a huge impact. So congratulations. So I want you to reflect a little bit on that time, that 15 plus years.
Okay.
What's your favorite part of your job, or is there a favorite project? Or when you think about all that time, what are you most proud of, and what do you like best, or what just really makes you feel good about being part of the City of Franklin team?
I guess it's kind of two prongs. One, it's different all the time. Sometimes it can be overwhelming because things are changing really quickly. But I like the fact that I can be a part of benefits and be a part of risk, because I take both of those seriously. And I want to be able to offer, employee safety and employee benefits to employees. I think that's important to be competitive in those two areas. And then the other prong of that is I like helping employees, whether it's something simple like I had a question today about what are our tiers in dental, and then that's something simple I can respond to. And then on the other side of that, I can help an employee walk through all the different pieces and parts of our retirement plan. So
Mhm.
it's different every day, I think is the best part of it.
Well, and the work your team does works with somebody on their first day at the city and their
Right.
last day at the city and everything in between. So that's
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a big part of it. I was helping an employee decide if she wanted to do conversion into our pension plan from the defined contribution plan. And I had it scheduled for 15 minutes, but then she was like asking me all these different questions. Like she hadn't reached out to me since she was hired. And so she was like, well, help me on the defined contribution side in case I don't want to move. Walk me through what all of that means. So I kind of touched base with her, 5 years later, but it was still an important decision that she needs to make. So
Sure.
hopefully I provided her with that information,
Absolutely.
because it can be confusing.
I
And then I
can-
confuse myself. like my
Definitely.
Michael Scott quote. Sometimes I just talk and talk and talk, and then hopefully it makes sense along the way.
We know that you know it. That's one of the things
Yes.
that comes through loud and clear when you work with
Absolutely.
Sarah, that you know what's going on and you're very smart and you know how to apply it to the people you are helping and care for. So
Absolutely. I rely upon your genius in that area greatly. You do a great job.
Yeah. And being here 15 years, I've seen a lot of change, a lot of change. And that was kind of one thing I touched on, was the risk management program. I think has come a long, long way from when when I started in 2005. So we have
Wow.
a great employee base here and team.
you
So
build a good team, that's for sure.
All right, Sarah. Please give us 3 words that describe you and why they describe you.
oh gosh, I hate these questions.
I know.
It's like a job
Uh,
interview.
Well, Kevin knows this. I don't like to toot my own horn or brag about myself.
Well, this is the time to do it, Sarah. Somebody's been doing it for you, but now it's your chance.
So I would say hardworking, sometimes to the point of driving other people crazy. So hardworking. I feel like I'm smart. I think I have to be smart in order to switch gears so quickly and know, what I know about benefits and know what I know about risk management.
Mhm.
I would say I'm driven, maybe. I like to, if I don't know something, or if I get something in my head, like, with this ADA coordination, I kind of just absorbed that with benefits as well. And it was an area that I wasn't entirely comfortable with. But I took it as a challenge and, went to some conferences. And then this past spring or winter, I went to a virtual conference and got enough credits to become certified, ADA coordinator certified. So I get nervous, but I'm driven enough to try to find a solution. So I'm more comfortable with something, I guess.
Yep. Well, I've heard it say, if you don't get nervous, that's an indication. Being nervous indicates that you really care about what you do.
Right.
And so that's
I
not
try to
always a
remember
bad
that.
thing.
I try to remember that, especially in public speaking, because
Seriously. And I've heard you say that you have that doubt, but every time I've seen you present, whether it's in front of the board or the leadership team or in an employee group, I'm like, she's great at this. She doesn't have
Exactly.
anything to worry
well,
about.
I do try to remember that it's important to me. If I'm nervous, it's important,
Yeah.
and that I'm passionate about it. So I
Yep,
try to remember
absolutely.
that when I either learn something new or get in front of people.
All right, so we're kind of closing this out, but I want to make sure, is there anything else you want to share with us, with the city team, as we're talking about this nice honor or this recognition from your peers across the organization? Anything else you want to share with us?
The only thing I would say is, I have a great group of people,
Mhm.
Tim, Chris, and Ashley and Tracy. I could not do what I do without them. They make it possible for us to have all of our great programs and do all the all the good things that we do for everybody.
That's great. Well, I think the feeling's mutual with that, with your team and others too. So that's
Yeah.
great. Now, this is one of my favorite parts because this is where I get to act like a game show host. Kevin, tell her what she's won.
Wow.
Woo! There's no wheel for me to spin.
Yeah, you don't even have to spin a wheel or guess a puzzle or put it in the form of a question. You just get this stuff. So take it away, Kevin.
That's awesome. Sarah, you just won a $50 Visa gift card.
Woo!
Yay.
All right.
Plus an award from the HR. Well, each person wins an award from their department. Yours have obviously come from the HR department. Congratulations on that.
All right.
Yay.
You will now be admitted to the annual Employee of the Quarter luncheon with the other winners for the year. And in that luncheon with the ACAs, Eric and myself.
Okay. Awesome.
Yay.
We're not done.
Wait, there's
And
more.
there's more.
And there's more. Your picture will be displayed on the wall of honor at City Hall for all employees and citizens to see.
All right. You know me, and I love photographs. I had a really hard time taking that one.
Those of
Have
us
a
who
rule.
knows she hates taking the photographs. So
I hate taking photographs.
Well, we're going to have to make an exception.
And now it's going to be up there for a long time. Fantastic.
that's hilarious. And this interview will be online for all of you, and an announcement will be made in the city's e-brief. Sarah Silvas, congratulations!
Yay. Thank you.
Congratulations, Sarah.
Thank you
Great
so much.
job. And
Thank you.
we're proud of what you do, and we want to thank you for all that you do for the community and for our city team, especially in your
Yeah.
role. So great job, and keep up the great work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you. Bye.